Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how to make a Carson type Project X type beat, kinda like Clutch from the album. So yeah, Carson just dropped an album, it's really hard, and this beat is based off the song Clutch. It also could kinda sound like a Whole Lotta Red type beat, like the really hard distorted ones. I'll play the whole melody, and stay to the end for me to deconstruct the drums as well, but yeah, so here's the melody. So yeah, as you can hear, really hard, really dramatic, and I'll get into it now. So first up, I started with a sound from Surge. So Surge is a really good plugin for like Carson and Playboi Carti type beats specifically. And this is quote from the polysynths section. So this is kind of like the main sound, it's kind of like a chord progression, but not really. So I just started out with the bass notes, which is E, D sharp, and then C. So after that I just pitched the E up an octave, the D up an octave, but then for C, instead of just pitching the C up an octave, I made a C major chord. So this would be a C major chord, and I pitched the E up an octave, and I deleted the G. So, and then I just added this little accent note. So the first part you have this. And yeah, so you can see here after that part I left some space, because in Carson beats there's like a lot of like space left between the main sounds. And then for the second part I did the same like bass progression, just going up. So C, D sharp, E, and then instead of an E I put a D sharp, which is the middle note for a C minor chord. So this is like a C minor chord. I took out the G again and I pitched the D sharp and up an octave. And then yeah, same thing. And then for the second time I copy pasted it over, but for the D, instead of just pitching it up an octave, I made a D sharp chord, which for this scale I'm pretty sure it's a D sharp diminished chord that fits to the scale of E minor harmonic. I just pitched up the middle note an octave to provide some variation, and then I just put these accent notes. So here's the whole progression. For effects, I just put a chorus, but like pretty low. I just grabbed the default settings for the plugins. So just the chorus at 50%, the flang is at like, I don't know, 30 or something. And then just an EQ to take out some of the highs and some of the lows. And then next up, to fit the space that I put in between the main sound, I just have this ascending and descending pluck, which is called Messy from the plucks in Surge. So this is what that sounds like. So yeah, it's really distorted. I put some distortion on it. I should probably turn that down a little bit. This is like really easy. You just kind of go down the scale. So next up I have the main lead sound, which is probably my favorite sound. It is Bowl from the leads in Surge, and this is what it sounds like. And this sound was pretty simple to make. All you do is you grab the basic progression and you kind of just make a lead out of stuff that creates a top melody to it. So for E, if you pitch it up 700 semitones, which is the fifth of a chord, so like the top note of a chord, it goes up to B. So this will sound good with an E. And then from D sharp, I have the fifth of a D sharp major chord, which is G. And then for the C, I have F sharp, which would be the top note of a C diminished chord, and then I just put this little accent, and then same thing going up pretty much, and then that's how I got the sound. For effects, I just put a flangus, a chorus, and yeah, nothing, I guess, just a flangus and a chorus. Alright, next up I have this sound, which is Hugeness under polysynths for Surge, and this is what it sounds like. So yeah, they're just these really big dramatic chords super simple. And then last up, I just put a bass down, just following the progression. And this is from Flex under, I don't know how to pronounce that. Under this thing, it's called Brass Carnival. So next up, for the drums, first I put down this hi-hat. So I just started with a 2-step hi-hat. I took out the last couple hi-hats because the sound kind of stopped. So that sounds like this. And then after that, I just put a simple roll, a couple simple rolls. Here's a faster roll, and then just some bottom notes to add some more interestingness to it, I guess. So we have this like hi-hat that's going really fast and it's ascending up. But yeah, and then I have this roll going up, and then I just copy pasted that over and then made minor changes. Then simple clap. Then just a counter snare, one that hits right before the clap, and then one that's like kind of the basic, but then just with the middle note. Then I have this other counter snare, so it comes once in between the clap, just to provide some bounce, and that's it. Now most important, the 808. So for the 808, you want something distorted. This is the run it up 808 from the free Life of Pierre drum kit. And then what you want to do is you want to put the hold all the way up, turn everything else off, and the boost up. So you have this really distorted sound. And I just copy pasted the bass, but I took out the middle note, the D sharp. So it just goes straight down, and then the second time I made it like kind of stop and then go up again. And then here I just put a little double note, and same here. So it's really, really simple. And just to finish it off, I put this other 808. So if you want to put two 808s, you got to make sure that your 808 is on hold, like I showed before, so that they don't clash. And then yeah, the other 808 is also on hold. It's a Yo Pierre 808, and this just has like some slide notes at the end, and this is the whole beat. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.